Hi guys, so for today's video I thought I would do a Q&A because I think the last one of these I did was in October or whenever it was such a long time ago anyway, sometime last year, so I thought, you know, why not do an updated one? So I've just posted this picture here on Instagram and I've got quite a few comments, and I also got some really weird comments and kind of like, what is the word? Kind of like disturbing and sexual comments, as if like a boy has put it in his group chat and like his friends have all like written on it or something. I don't know, I got some weird comments, but the most of them are nice comments off you guys, so yeah, I am gonna answer all those. So thank you to everyone who asked me a question. Okay, so the first question I'm gonna answer is off Gemma, and she asked, awkward boy encounter. What's not an awkward boy encounter with me? I don't have like a brother or anything, and I've never been really like close to boys. I just feel like I'm a very awkward person. The next question, do you want to move away from Wales when you're older? And do you want to go to uni? If so, what do you want to study? And I feel like I have mentioned uni so much in my videos, but yeah, at the moment, this time, what are we in, January, I'm just applying to lots of universities, currently hearing back. I have 3 interviews, can't even speak properly, but I have applied to 5 universities to study fashion or fashion design in some of them. And then to answer the other part of this question is, do you want to move away from Wales when you're older? And all of the 5 universities that I applied for are in England, so yes, I will be moving out of Wales. I think it would be nice to live in Liverpool or Manchester, so definitely those 2 places sound like my favourites at the moment, but you never know. I thought this one here was quite funny. It says, what is your embarrassing moment? And I don't think I could just answer this and just give a moment of embarrassment, because I'm 18 years old. I have so many embarrassing stories, and from the top of my head, I literally can't even think of one. But one embarrassing like flaw about myself, I guess, is that I laugh on the most awkward and just the occasions where you're not supposed to laugh. Like someone falls over, I will laugh, and it's not intentionally, like I'm not laughing in a mean way, like someone's hurt themselves. I just have this reaction which, it sounds horrible, but like, I can't even explain it out loud and have it sound remotely okay. But I remember one time this was really embarrassing. I was walking to school, like always, passing Asda on my way to school, and this little kid was coming towards me. They were obviously like a primary school child, and they were just going to school, and this kid, I think they were on like, what was it, like a scooter or something? Oh, I think it was a skateboard actually. Yeah, it was a skateboard, and they were just coming my direction, and they fell off it and literally fell like face, like literally at my feet, and I just started laughing, and I couldn't believe it because the parent came like running after them, and I was just laughing, and I had to just like walk straight to school, just like get myself out of that situation. Like I wasn't laughing because the child hurt themselves. I literally have a problem and something happens and I just laugh. But yeah, that was definitely a really embarrassing moment. I just had to get myself straight out of that situation, and I couldn't believe it. Like, I looked inhuman. This next question is a bit random, but it says, if you could change your name to anything, what would it be and why? And for the longest time, I always wished my name was Sarah. I'm not sure why. If you don't have it, you always seem to want it. So I always hated my name purely because I knew I could never change it, but I don't know, I like my name now. I think I look like a Cerys and I feel like a Cerys. And also, that's another thing. My name is Cerys, not Cerys or Cerys or anything like that, because I know some of you guys get a bit caught up in pronunciation sometimes, but yeah, it's Cerys. And then the next question I got is, when did you get your first kiss? So, you know, I just can't hear my first kiss story. I am 18 now, and my first kiss was when I was at 17, so that is probably quite old for some people, about a year ago now. But it was when I went on holiday. That sounds so dodgy in itself. Me and my sister were on holiday in Egypt. We went like with my dad and everything, but then me and my sister both got invited to go clubbing with these guys we met on holiday, and they were from the animation team. And bear in mind, me and Sophie, she was 18 and I was 17, and and the guys who worked on the animation team were only like 20. They weren't much older than us. So they invited us to go clubbing with them, and at first, I was anyway. Sophie really wanted to go clubbing and I was really apprehensive. I was like, what clubbing? Like, is that dangerous here? Because obviously I hadn't been out in this country because I was only 17. But anyway, my dad ended up saying we could go and we went out clubbing. And yeah, whilst we were there, the guys from the animation team and that, they seemed to know everyone, and also because we were in Egypt, a lot of people weren't speaking English, so those guys kind of just like found other friends, and it was kind of hard to interact with everyone because not everyone spoke fluent English. These two guys ended up coming up to me and Sophie, and they were both from Germany and they were so good looking. And the good thing about this was that they were only our age as well. I think they were 18 and 18 as well. I think they were both 18. But they had come from a different hotel that was like, it was close to our hotel, but it wasn't our hotel. Okay, so these boys, one of them literally looked like Zayn Malik and the other one looked like Justin Bieber. So they kept making jokes all night like, oh, you know, you've got Justin, you've got Zayn, because we were just like sitting next to them and that. So yeah, we were like dancing on the dance floor, and we were also like going to sit down in like other areas and that, also outside, because bear in mind this was Egypt, it was still nice and warm in the evenings. And Sophie was like with this guy and they were like kissing and stuff, and I was with this other guy and I really wanted to kiss him, but I'd never kissed anyone at the time. And then I thought, you know what, we're on holiday, probably really not gonna see him again, so if it's really embarrassing and whatever, get it over with. And so yeah, we were like on the dance floor and whatever, and we kissed, and he was really nice, and like he could tell, I bet he could tell anyway, that I was not a very good kisser. And then also something really funny as well is that I wrote his name down on a piece of paper, and Sophie got the name of this other guy, and we were adding them on Facebook, and this guy is freaking famous. I'm not gonna say his name now because some of you, especially if you live in Germany, you might know of him, but he is, I couldn't believe it, he's famous. Like, he had a Facebook page and it had like hundreds of thousands of followers on it, or likers, whatever it is on Facebook. And at that night he did like sing to me and stuff, but it was only like all jokes, you know. He was singing and I was like, whoa, you're actually a really good singer. And he was like, yeah, I know, I sing, I do concerts and whatever. And at the time I was just like, oh right, yeah, and I wasn't really like taking it as it was. When I found him on Facebook, I was like, oh my god, he's literally like a celebrity. So yeah, that was my first kiss story with quite a famous person, so yeah, that's one. So I think that is definitely enough talking now. So I just wanted to say again, thank you for everybody who asked me questions, and my Instagram is xcerys if you want to follow me on there and you want to ask questions for the next one when I next post a picture like that. But yeah, that is everything. So I hope you guys have a good day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!